We couldn't record the video for the yesterday's lesson. Okay, so I'm just going to record today's lesson. I'm going to post it to YouTube as I did before. Now, the very first thing what we are going to try is flexibility of the size of an array. So in array, while you are defining the name of your array in PHP, you have to follow the same rules of defining the variable. Means, again, it is starting with a $sign in the beginning. You can start with any alphabetic character, but not the numbers. Okay, so the same rules of defining a variable is also being used in here. So I'm just going to name my array as my array1. Okay, so this is going to be an array. If this is going to be an array, so it should be defined something different than the regular variable. So before we were just saying that the name of the variable equals to whatever the name of whatever the content of the variable is. Now I do write after the equal sign this syntax. It makes that this is no more a simple variable. It is just a sort of array. Okay. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Here now we have 5 items entered. Okay. Now, instead of echo, we do use different. No, print r. We do use different methods. That is print underscore r, and we write the name of the variable, my array1. So now, what print r does? It just displays us what is the content of our array. Okay, let me just show you that.
Cannot do it by echo?
Yeah, we can do it by echo, but in that case we should go every piece of it one by one individually. Okay, we have a problem in here. Let me just try to check. Array1.php. This is the array1.php, week 1, group 2. That is strange. Okay, let me just do another stuff. Okay, I'm just going to close this. Don't save. Okay, so what happens in here is this. It shows me that, look at the code now, it shows me that it is printing me something. It's printing me whatever this my array1 is. My array1 is an array, okay, and it contains these values starting from 0 until indexing 4, and the data what each index carries are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so this is a one-line representation of my array. But if you are not so happy about to see this output like this, because in case if your array contains many information, it will be difficult to find out easier. So we just take a small help from HTML. We write before the print r echo pre, so it makes it predefined, and here echo pre. Okay, let me save and let's see how it looks now. If you make it pre, so it will see it more clearly. Index 0 is this, index 1 is this, 2, 3, and such. Okay, so what we have seen in here is We have an array which has only 5 contents, 5 items. And indexing is in default starting from 0 up until 4. Accordingly, the other programming languages, once we build an array, we were not able to insert something else in it. Okay? Because once you build the array in this manner, you have defined also the size. But look what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to say that my array1, open and close the corner parenthesis, equals to 5. Okay, here is 6 and 7. So if you keep that corner parenthesis empty, that means that after the last entry, add this one. Okay, so my last entry was 5, then the next will be 6, and the one next will be 7. Okay, let me just copy this and paste it. Now when we run the application, we can see that 6 and 7 are also in here. Okay, so as I have mentioned before, that the size of the array in PHP is flexible. You're not supposed to worry that border, outflow, error or warning messages like you were getting in Java or C++. Okay? Sorry? Yeah, you can just, if you think that your array is starting empty at all, you will just say that this is an array. Okay, I save it. Then you can just add your values after you declare like this. So once I save it, in first we will see nothing in our array. It has been generated as an array but having no data inside. And then I add some values into location 0 and location 1 because I haven't mentioned any addresses there. Okay, any index there. Okay, let me just make a change now. What if I just copy this and I wrote in here some numbers? Let's say, okay, 0 and 1. Oops, sorry. 0 and 1. So now, because here is not empty, we are mean to change the data in those indexes. Okay, so when I save it and once we run it again, now the 0 and 1 became 6 and 7 2 because we have changed that. This index 0 B6 no more 1, this index 1 B7 no more 2. Yeah, they have been overwritten. Okay, if you want to delete some data, inside your array, you will do something like this. For example, I am now going to copy the same stuff in here. I paste the same stuff in here. What I am going to do is this. I will now say that unset my array1, but which one? My array1, let's say 3. So when I say that unset the my array1 3, so the item which is index number 3 will be unsetted. It will be removed totally. So when I save it and try, at the down below, if you look at in here, there is 0, there is 1, there is 2, but 3 is not there. Now it's just passing to 4. Index 3 has gone at all. Okay, so what you have learned in here, the flexibility of the arrays of PHP. Any question up until this point? Clear? Now, I had shown the first one now. Now I'm just going to pass the second one. The different types will be kept in an array. So let me just build one more. Okay, duplicate arrays2. In before programming languages, as I said, in the C, C++ or Java type, once you build an array, it is able to keep only one type of data. Now, what I'm going to do is this. It is keeping 1, okay, then it is keeping 2, okay, then it is keeping C, then true, then 3.14. Okay, so as you can see from here, I have integer, I have string, character, boolean, double or float. They are all in here in the same array. When I save and try, it again shows the content without having any problem. Okay, so it is a sort of the arrays in PHP is a sort of structure which is not limited to keep only one type of data. It can keep more than one type. Okay, about the indexing. Now I'm just going to mention the point about the indexing. Okay, do you understand this? That was something simple and straightforward. Okay, I'm just going to duplicate here arrays3. Okay, now in this arrays3, I'm just going to show you that how the indexing is changing. At first, I'm just going to define that here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 as we did before. I have saved it. Now, if I did not change the indexing setup, in default, it starts from 0 and continue to counting. It keeps continue to counting. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's what we get used to. What if we don't want to start from 0? What if you want to start from, let's say, 23? Why not? So what I'm going to do is this. I'm just going to copy the same one. Okay, I paste it. I'm just going to change in here array2. If you want to start counting from 23, you just simply write in here 23 equals and greater. If you look at that equals and greater is actually not a mathematical comparison operator in here. That is a sort of shape, actually, more than a mathematical issue. It shows a sort of arrow. Okay, that says that 23 is this one. Okay, so if 23 is that one, the upcoming next will be 24, 25, 26, and such. Okay, let me save it and see. Now, if we try the same page, as you can see that now, it is not starting from 0. Now it's starting from 23. Strange, but it can be. Yes, actually, if the first value what you wrote there is a sort of what we say a numeric value, so it keeps that value as the initial value and increment it by 1. Okay, now we are going to show several rules about it. Okay, as I have said you before that it is not has to be a number for always. Okay, so let's make, for example, another application, actually another usage of it. I'm just going to copy here and paste. I'm just going to keep 3 items only. Now what I'm going to do is, okay, this is array3 now. Array3. What I'm going to do is this. I will say that, okay, Apple is how much now? Okay, let's say 3,500 dinars. Okay, why not? The next one, okay, let it be banana. Okay, The banana is something, let's say 1250. And the next one, let's say, okay, with us, let's say onion. Okay, onion is, let's say, 750. Okay, now as you can see in here that I even didn't write the numbers in here. I have given some names, and those names are now indicating to some numbers. So now the indexes are no more numbers. Now the indexes are actually a sort of strings. Now if I save and try, you will see that apple is that, banana is this, and the onion is this. So as you can see from here, you not have to start from 0 and count forward. We can break down that rule. Okay. Now I'm just going to make a sort of practice, and I did ask such questions in the before exams. So that's why if you focus on here, that will be better for your exam too. I'm just going to open a new file. Yeah, sure. That is just means that it is not actually equal, or it's not greater. It is a shape like arrow. It says that apple is this one. Okay, banana is that one. So it is something like pointing. Okay, this is that, this is that, this is that. It has no relation about the mathematical comparison. Okay. Now, I'm just going to make a practice in here. Arrays4. Okay. I'm just going to make it a bit complicated because I just want to make the explanation over this example. Okay. Now, let's say A is this. Okay. 15 is this. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 5 is this. 8. Okay, this might be a question in your midterm, in your final exam, for example. I will give you a statement like this, and I will ask you that show me the indexes and the data which is related to that index. So let us figure this out together. How many items we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 items. Okay? So I'm just going to draw like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. I will just show you, I will just explain you the logic, okay? And then we will just see the print out, whether we successfully did or not. Here is the index, and here is the data. Okay. Now, what is the index for 1? We have already defined that indexing of the number 1 is A. Didn't you still pass the level? Didn't you still pass the level? If you're not able to pass the level, you're playing that game very bad actually. Not schedule. Huh? Schedule. Schedule. Okay. So did you memorize the schedule? That's good. Just follow here. So here is A. Okay. So index A is indicating for number 1. Now the point is that if I had started with the number, let's say for example 5, the upcoming was turning into 6, then it was turning into 7, and it was turning into 8, and such. So if I have started with the A, what will be the upcoming one? B. Do you agree? Okay. Now think about this. Is B coming after A, or is A coming after A? If you think about the dictionary, in between A and B, in some dictionaries, you can see thousands of words in here. So you cannot simply increment the letters. Got the point? Because the incrementation is not possible in this approach, hence the for loop is able to increment the stuffs by the characters A, B, C, D, but that's not our topic for now. Here, we do not exact the incrementation of the letters. So, upcoming next will start from 0. Okay? So, we are not incrementing from A to B, B to C here. Okay, so what should be upcoming one? It should be 0. Why is 0? Because 0 was not used before. Okay? So, 2 is 0, 3 is 1. If there is nothing defined, so simply the latest entered integer will be incremented by 1. It was 0, now it became 1. Okay, 4 is having the index as 15, because I said that 15 is indicating to 4. So here is 15. So what about the 5 now? But we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are missing.
16 is 5.
The rule is this. It always increments. Okay? It never decrements. It always increments after the biggest number. So whatever my biggest number was, that was 15, so it will increment into 16. Okay? So now it is 16. Okay, 5 plus 16, 6 is 70. 7 is 80. 8 is 5. Okay, now we have 5. Because we have indicating that the 5 is 8. Okay, so here is the 5. So what should be for the 9? Okay, 9 is defined as gold. So that's gold. What about 10 now?
Silver iron.
Huh?
I don't know where it's silver iron. Iron.
What?
I don't know, I never.
It never goes on? Okay, what was the logic? The logic was find the biggest number and increment it by 1. What is our biggest number? 18. So it will turn into 19. You got it? Find the biggest number, increment it by 1. Do not confuse with the small number which is in here. Decrementing is not present in here. It's always incrementing. For which one? Here? I said that no decrementing. Not incrementing at all. Okay? Okay, so 11 will continue. It was 19, so here is 20. Then we said next item is 12, next item is 30. So it is 21 and 22. You got this idea? You should just go for the biggest number ever used in your array and you will increment it if nothing was indexed. Okay? Now I have saved the file and let's see the output. Does it looks like ours or not? Arrays 4. Sorry. Okay. It says that A is 1, 0 is 2, 1 is 3, 15 is 4, 16 is 5, 17 is 6, 18 is 7, 5 is 8, gold is 9, 19 is 10, 20, 11, 21, 12, and 22, 13. Okay? So this might be a question in your final exam, or something like this might be a question in your final exam. So we have done so far so good. In next lesson, after the break, we will just check about how to use several methods. This was about only the structuring of the array. After you have the structured array, how you can use the for each loop in a better way, and we will also we will also use some methods like count, like min, max, sort, and reverse sort. Okay, so let us have a break. Be back by 10 o'clock. Okay.